Okay, welcome once again, Stinky Vans, to another episode of Tales of Black and White Biker. My topic of today is parking. Parking for motorcycles. The other week I went to Stratford-upon-Avon for a bit of a ride out and was well impressed with the motorcycle parking that the local council have actually put there. Unfortunately, my good lady wife was taken into hospital last week. She's out now, she's home, convalescing. Nothing serious, so don't fret. Obviously going in to see her and taking in laundry and bits and bobs, whatever. I chose to use the bike. Mainly because it's in the city and obviously congestion, it's the damn sight quicker on the bike. Also because of car parking charges. You have to pay an absolute fortune that's even if you can find a place to park. Now, on Facebook and on various other social media sites and other places, there's been lots of things lately about parking. I know Mag did a protest about parking for motorcycles. I think it was this weekend actually. The idea being that we're pulling into places or stop at less fasties, whatever, and we'd just take up. We'd put one bike in one parking bay. I had a situation the other day. I had to go to a local supermarket to take some stuff for my good lady to take in, and I parked. It wasn't in a car bay. It was actually beside a car bay, beside a disabled bay. It was a chevron area, and I was told to move my bike. The reason why I parked there was because I could chain the bike up. Now, if you look at most places, okay, a lot of places are free. We have very, very little bike parking facilities, and those that we do have is normally taken up by cars, or our bikes will get knocked or kicked or whatever. Now, obviously, we need somewhere to make sure our bike is secure. In London, you have to pay for bike parking. Okay? Alright, it's only £1 all day. But if you look around parts of London, London has got the biggest amount of bike theft anywhere in the UK. Yeah? Normally you'll have it's not so much got kids putting screwdrivers in them or whatever. People actually turn up in a van and physically pick the bike up, put it in a van and drive off with it. Now, obviously, no matter how well you try and secure your bike, it will never be 100% safe if somebody wants to steal it. Okay? So, when we've got bike parks, we want somewhere that's secure. It's not that hard to do. We don't take a lot of room. I mean, you can put a lot of bikes in a small area. You don't even need to put in ground anchors. The trouble with them is that over time they get full of crap, mud, shit, whatever. So why can't they just put a bar in? Put a bar that you can chain your bike to. We've got loads of these cycle things. So why can't we have bike parks? An area set aside for motorcycles. I know it's more of an issue now in the summer with this good weather because more people are out on bikes. But some of us ride all year round. Now, obviously, a bike reduces congestion. It reduces the emissions. So why, we are a big transport user. Why can't we have proper bike parks? You go into any supermarket or McDonald's or whatever, and you will see loads of disabled bays. I haven't got a problem with disabled bays. Please don't think I'm saying that they shouldn't be there. Yes, I agree they should be there. But how normally at the front of a seaside resort or a or a supermarket or a cinema or whatever, you have loads of disabled bays. How many of those are ever used? Alright, now I appreciate a disabled vehicle needs more space, possibly for a wheelchair ramps, people getting in and out, whatever. So I appreciate they need more space. So again, mother and toddler parent parking spaces, and then the rest of them are given over to normal cars. Why can't we have an area? You've got areas for push bikes, you know. I mean, I went up to Walsall a while ago to go to the art gallery. Just outside Walsall Art Centre, there is 4 or 5 of those metal rungs embedded in the floor where you chain your push bikes to. Anyway, because I wanted somewhere secure, I actually parked right outside the art gallery. Unfortunately, to get to these bike parks, this cycle area, I have to drive on the pavement. Now, obviously riding on a pavement, or a sidewalk as you call it in the States, is not really very safe for pedestrians. Also, as a motorcycle, you can block the sidewalk or the pavement, therefore making pedestrians walk on the road, therefore putting them at risk. So why cannot we, as motorcycles, actually have designated bike areas? You know, I mean, there was a thing on Facebook a little while ago, I think it was Southend or whatever. Traffic wardens have actually told bikers to move their bikes and park away from the seafront because it's for the cars. You know, why do we have to walk miles just because we're a motorcycle? Motorcyclists that are also disabled. You know, I mean, kudos to you, my friend. The fact that you just love biking even though you've got an artificial leg, fair play to you. I mean, that's, yeah, kudos, mate. I mean, loads of respect to you, my friend. Loads of respect. So why cannot we have an area that's designed for motorcycles? We pay tax. You know, we pay road tax. Agreed, it's not as much as a car, but then again, we don't take up as much space as a car. We're not as big as a car. We're not causing the same amount of congestion. When I was in one of my local NCP car parks the other day, now to get through, you have to pay money to get over that barrier. Some barriers you can ride through, but you have to take a ticket. Right? You take the ticket, the barrier goes up and you go in and you find somewhere to park. No problem. Right? I bought my ticket, I took my ticket out because I can get through the barrier but I cannot get out coming out. I parked my bike up in a bay near the door where there was a metal bar around the support. And the parking attendant told me to move my bike because I couldn't park it there, I had to park it somewhere else. It was in the way. I was taking up a car parking space. Hang on a minute, I paid for my fucking ticket. Well, people say, well, you know, where can you put a parking ticket on a bike? In London, they've done away with parking tickets. What they do is they have these pay by phone. You have it for cars and you have it for coaches. You have an area, you text this number, they send you an SMS and they'll send a reminder, and it's then taken off of your credit card or debit card and you pay by phone. Most of us now have mobile phones. We don't have checks anymore. Most of us have a debit card or a credit card. And as bikers, would you mind paying a couple of quid all day for your bike, knowing that it's secure, knowing that it's undercover, knowing that it's not going to be stolen? Would you mind paying for that? I wouldn't mind. If I had somewhere secure that I could put my bike and I knew it was fine and it was local to where I'm going, yeah, I'd pay for that. Not a problem. But you go to a lot of these car parks and you're sort of somewhere thrown in the corner, out the way, and you know, Well, bikes are easy, you can park bikes anywhere. Yeah, we can park bikes anywhere. But if you've got a big cruiser or a big bloody Goldwing or even a BMW or something, I mean, they're quite big beasts. I mean, what, a Honda Duval, that's only a 650, that weighs 218 kilos. A Pan-European weighs nearly 300 kilos. Alright? Okay, it's not that heavy when you're riding it, but when you're physically manoeuvring it around, that's a lot of weight to shift. If you've got luggage on, soft top boxes and stuff, that's a lot of weight to move around. So why are we stuck in some little fucking gap? You know, we've got to manoeuvre our bike with all these other bikes. A lot of them are new. I mean, you're talking of £5,000, £6,000, £7,000 for a new bike, £10,000, and we're trying to fit this big, huge beast of a thing in an area with all the other bikes are. We don't want our bike scratched. You know, we don't want it beaten up. I mean, also work. I mean, like the companies nowadays. You know, the government's on about charging people to drive their cars to work. Right? The idea is to cut down congestion. Anyway, that's my thought. I mean, even my work, we've got a car parking area, right, that we have to have a permit for to park, right? And then we just bought a bit more land to park all our buses and coaches on. Well, there's also is a secondary thing that we use it to park cars. Now if you're starting work at say 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, because we run two sorts of service, we run a intercity service and we also run a local service, like a service bus where you stop at a bus stop, you pay the money, get on and off you go. And we also run like from Plymouth to Edinburgh service, and then we go out and we do like various stages on that route. Even work, my company has actually made more room for motorcycles, because when you get there, if you get there late, you can't find somewhere to park, and if there is somewhere to park, you'll park up, and when they bring the buses in to park up at night, they cannot get the buses in or the coaches in to park them because the car's in the way. So even all they've done is move some railings back about 3 feet, alright, so that we can park our bikes, and you can get about 15-20 bikes there. And all they've done, that's okay, it's undercover and it's secure, and we've got something to chain the bikes to. Only problem with that though is we have pigeon shit, but that's, you know, you have to put up with that. The ideal way around that is put a bike cover on it, you know, stop the pigeon shitting all over it. But even my company has done that. Okay, this is what I mean about the bike parking at work. Okay, all they've done is move these yellow bars back a bit, and it gives us enough room to park our motorcycles. You know, it's not rocket science. It didn't take them a lot. The bars are still there. You know, we've still got room to get past with trolleys and stuff for whatever, and we've got somewhere to chain our bikes to. You know, it reduces car parking no end, so it's not a hard thing for them to do, and simple, isn't it? You know what, today we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motorcycles, well, and scooters as well, but 5 motorcycles. You know, and all they've done is moved it back, what, Yay much, so we can park our bikes in comfortably. You know, no problem at all. Anyway, take care guys, ride safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Ta-ta.